The following presentation of the National Football League.
It has been a season full of twists and turns, and it all reaches a crescendo here tonight as EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the marquee event of the NFL calendar, Super Bowl Sunday. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion LA Chargers. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. Oh, look at the juke. He's still on his feet. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 70 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease.
Ready at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with the speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. Shifts by him. Still going. He may go. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahmyr Gibbs, 70 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very different. To catch and corral.
On his loop for the extra point. At home, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Chargers take over.
LA readies for its next possession. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
And the Chargers first down.
Here we go, shot.
To throw is Hayner. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. As you see, they have dealt with their fair share of injuries this season, but Charles, that hasn't stopped them from putting together a very solid campaign, a very good record thus far.
I think a lot of credit has to go internally. Look, we always want to praise the head coach for holding the team together, but to me, it's the guys in the locker room putting on the uniform. those starters who've stayed healthy, they've welcomed the backups into their ranks and showed them how to get it done. And this team, they've stayed afloat all season doing just that.
So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking like the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last for a
long time.
No doubt.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
First down, Los Angeles.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
18 Cardinals.
Hayner. Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense, because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go. Take off.
He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 91 yards rushing for him now in the opening quarter of this Super Bowl. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's brought down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Yeah, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Philly. 59 yards.
Goal at the 4-yard line.
Barkley will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Luke now for the extra point. Fake it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Charger drive about to get going. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. A lot still to go here in Super Bowl 61. We have reached the end of one quarter of play. We'll be back in just a moment. It's a close game here early on. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we are back, Super Bowl 61. Thanks for joining us, everybody, nationwide and around the globe as both teams get set to begin the second quarter. And we are back, Super Bowl 61. Thanks for joining us, everybody, nationwide and around the globe as both teams get set to begin the second quarter. Play action. Here's Haener to throw. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Haener sets up play action. He finds his man complete. That's Gilbert. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st down, Charger.
Throwing, Haener. That's complete. Lambert Smith stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They run play action with Haener. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, and pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll go to Barkley again. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 111 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
He's going to take another shot here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 48 yards. And the Eagles continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Luke for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted.
Tyler Luke set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Right now, they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap that felt right. They had to try and keep him upright.
And some room to work. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Hayner looking to throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Hayner looking to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Luke now for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
Tyler Luke set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this one over the back line of the end zone where they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Holding. Offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Hayner here to throw it. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Firing in that time, it was Nick Herbig. Credit him with a sack. The Chargers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be third and forever. Hayner sets to throw it. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Down the sideline he goes. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Eagles are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. They'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. On his loop for the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Up the middle they go. Gilbert. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Here is 3rd down and 4.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Luke now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
Well, Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football, just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
Throw left side, complete to McLeod. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Here's 3rd and 6. In motion goes McLeod. Flacco. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Here's Jones. Pushing through the contact. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Working to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. McCord airing it out deep for Smith. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith, 50 yards. And the Eagles are starting to pour it on at the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. On his loop for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
23-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Play action. Flacco. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Well, penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. When you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. Just steals away every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
It's a gain of 13. But it's 3rd down.
3rd down. Flacco from the gun. Nowhere to go gets the football. And the Eagles have recovered. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Eagles continue to pull away here this first half. Luke now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Tyler Luke set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
After 60. Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Gilbert. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Down the numbers. There he goes. And how about this? He takes it all the way back. No time, no flags. A punt return touchdown and a stunning end of the first half.
And they kicked it to him. They kicked it to him. And as soon as they hand a rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say returning one for a touchdown will definitely leave a memory.
Yeah, that's a pretty indelible mark here early on in his career. On his loop for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So halftime now here on Sunday night primetime. Let's get it to Scott Hansen in Orlando with our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen here, and you never know what you're going to get in the NFL. Sometimes it goes down to the wire. Other times, it's blowout city, like what this game is shaping up to be. But hey, anything can happen, so let's go to the second half. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. Sheds off the tackle. And a great move again. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. McCord. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got it at the 15. A big play there for Philly. 48 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Luke now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone.
Tyler Luke set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And he is dropped. Though we do have a penalty marker on the field. Let's get the call. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. To the 29-yard line, brought down there. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McCord looking here for Smith downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul. Working the passer. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Chargers 14. Tyler Luke set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. LA set to take over again on offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So they'll decline the penalty there and go ahead and keep the yards lost on that last play. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Gilbert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
Flacco. And he takes a shot on the release as this would be incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now. Standing just outside his own goal line. Jones on the return. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. It's Devontae Smith and the Eagles ready to go on offense. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he is really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give it 100.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Eagles get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. On his loop for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go. 70-10.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They were maybe hoping for a little bit of a back shoulder fade there. And that's a play that's been in vogue the last few years in all aspects of football. But they couldn't get the hook up there.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Flacco looks to throw. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. Good footwork at the 30. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. My goodness, 225 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play there for Philly. 48 yards. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a give to Barkley. Able to slither by. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 14 yards. And the Eagles extend their lead yet again. And that now 6 rushing touchdowns for him. And that ties him with Alvin Kamara, who on Christmas Day of 2020 also went for 6 touchdowns. This is quickly turning into one of the great individual performances in NFL history. Luke now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because it stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do this thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A pair of negative running plays, and now they're looking up at a 3rd down at 17 to go. From the gun, Flacco. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
Asante Samuel on the coverage.
A handoff to Barkley. Able to avoid him at the 40. Stopped up shy of the 45 despite some pretty powerful running. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
9 yards. That's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Again, it's Barkley. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Let's go.
Back to throw. McCord. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A wall of bodies there, nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And that will force a turnover on downs. Hayner here from the gun. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From the gun, here's Hayner. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Eagles' 31-yard line.
To throw is Hayner. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. 3rd and 12. Hayner. Under pressure, they got him again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
And it's 4th down.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline.
The Eagles take over.
This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore, because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. They begin with a run by Barkley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
First down. Let's go. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Go.
Now Saquon Barkley. Nifty move. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 80 yards rushing for him now. A big part of why they lead in this Super Bowl.
Another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And that'll do it for the 3rd quarter of Super Bowl 61. The culmination of the season and the crowning of a champion after the 4th quarter, which is coming up next. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcoming you back to Super Bowl 61, 3 quarters in the books and ready to go for the 4th. Welcoming you back to Super Bowl 61, 3 quarters in the books and ready to go for the 4th. A 1st down carry for Barkley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Let's go
at
now.
the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw. McCord. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. McCord. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Hayner. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Byron Young busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Hayner. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
18 Cardinal, 18.
Out of the gun, it's Hayner. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Nolan Smith able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing, Hayner. And the pressure gets to him again. Jordan Davis. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. It's Devontae Smith and the Eagles ready to go on offense. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Barkley. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a gain of